For everything scary, I'm GMHaunts, and today I'm going to be predicting which manufacturer will make the most animatronics for Spirit Halloween in 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a slightly strange idea of mine that I came up with to do a video on, but one that I wanted to do ahead of the 2021 Halloween season because I thought it would be interesting to put down my predictions right now so that after 2021 I could go back and see how accurate I really was. So as you know, over the past few months since Spirit Halloween 2020 came to an end, I did a couple videos predicting the themes, the animatronics, and just the various ideas that would be coming for Spirit Halloween 2021. If you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. They've gotten decently old by now, but you should still check them out because they are definitely worth a watch. Well, I didn't want to do another theme predictions video because I feel like that gets overused by a lot of creators, and I already did that. So I wanted to do some other Spirit Halloween 2021 predictions video, and I came up with predicting which manufacturer will be taking the lead in animatronics for the year and who will dominate the Spirit Halloween market in 2021. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, I am talking about the various manufacturers that create Spirit animatronics. For example, SVI, Crazy Create, Tekky Design, YJ, the list goes on. There's a bunch. I'm not going to list them all right now because I'm going to do that during the video. But there are so many different companies that help put together Spirit's animatronics. Some are better than others. I don't want to be mean by saying the ones I like and don't like, but obviously some are better than others, some are older than others, and some definitely dominate every year. Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you who dominated the market for this year and which predictions I have for who will make the most animatronics for Spirit Halloween 2021. So, before we can get into my actual predictions, let's take a look at who dominated Spirit's 2020 lineup by taking a look at 2020 animatronics breaking down. So before we actually start the video on my predictions for which company will make the most animatronics for Spirit Halloween in 2021, let's take a look at who made the most animatronics for Spirit Halloween in 2020. Now, for my list, I broke it down to animatronics that were in stores, so they were featured in the ISCs or themes, Reaper's Island Village and Reaper's Island Cave. They were featured in one of those themes for 2020, and I also included animatronics that were used as stand-in or fillers for 2020, such as Krampus, Ellie Hatchet, and Little Daisy and the Maestro, where they weren't officially featured in Reaper's Island Village or Reaper's Island Cave, but they were used as stand-ins and were shipped out to stores. So I am not including online onlys on this list because I thought it would be better just to include ones that did get shipped out to Spirit Halloween locations. So starting off, we're going to be taking a look at Crazy Create. Now, Crazy Create created 6 animatronics for Spirit Halloween 2020. Again, that includes stand-ins and actual animatronics. Some of these 6 were Little Daisy and the Maestro, Nightcrawler, Fright in the Box. There were a couple of them in there that were used in the themes, but were also used as stand-ins. So again, Crazy Create created 6. Woyu created 2 animatronics for this 2020 for the 2020 season. They created 2. SVI created 2 also, which were Uncle Charlie, of course, and Peekaboo Clown, which I have both in the background there. Party Time also created 2. YJ created 2, Tekky Design created 2, and Guang Yu, whatever you want to call it, created Krampus, which means they only created 1 animatronic that got used or shipped out to stores in 2020. So there's your list. Obviously, Crazy Create dominated the market this year, creating 6 animatronics for in-store Spirit Halloween 2020, with the runner-ups being Woyu, SVI, Party Time, YJ, and Tekky Design, all tying for 2 animatronics. Now, obviously, this is interesting because Crazy Create had a big lead against the other companies, while 5 companies tied with 2 animatronics. Now, this is interesting to me, at least, because it shows that Spirit is letting Crazy Create create a lot more Spirits concepts for them. And I think it's interesting to see that Crazy Crate is kind of dominating now every year at Spirit. Now, SVI was dominating for a while. They're creating a giant majority of the clowns that were coming out for Spirit. Well, this past year, they only created 2 of the animatronics for Spirit's brand new for 2020 in-store animatronics. Now, again, one thing I want to mention, my list includes brand new for 2020, so I didn't include Crouchy, I didn't include Jack Straw, Demonic Dahlia, I didn't include returning animatronics. I only included brand new for 2020 that were shipped at stores, just again to get a sense of who dominated the market for brand new for 2020 in-store animatronics. Now, I'm going to say it right now, Crazy Crate is not one of my favorite companies for the reason of their quality isn't always the best, because it does tend to break very easily, and if it's not that it breaks easily, it's that they have complicated mechanisms that have a lot of motion, they have a lot of gears in there, they have a lot of things involved, so Crazy Crate isn't always my favorite. They didn't do a great job. Pennywise looked really good from 2019, also he got carried over to 2020. He looked good, but obviously, people said in reviews he wasn't the best built animatronic, because he did break very easily. He had a mechanism that it was sort of faulty, it wasn't the best. But again, it looked good. So Crazy Crate isn't always one of my favorites. I think they do a really nice job on creating the design of an animatronics. For example, Nightcrawler came out looking really well. I think they really pinpointed what Spirit wanted to create. I think the paint job looked really good. The sculpt looked really good. And the look of him looked really great. Obviously, he had a lunging up motion, which was also very faulty in stores, and it broke really quick. But it looked really good. So I think Crazy Crate does a great job of putting together the sculpt, the paint job, and the design of these animatronics. And their mechanism isn't always the best. But again, they do a good job at designing the animatronic. SVI is one of my favorite companies because the clowns, and I do like some of the clowns that they come out with. So SVI is always one of my favorites every year. I think they did a tremendous job on Peekaboo Clown this past year. I also think they did an amazing job on returning Uncle Charlie in a Flashback Friday. The moving mouth, the LED eyes, the side-to-side head motion. I think they did an amazing job on that latex sculpt too. I think Uncle Charlie came out looking really well. And again, going back to Peekaboo Clown is the first ever Spirit Halloween exclusive LCD animated animatronic with digital eyes, LCD animated. So they did an amazing job creating Spirit's first ever exclusive LCD animated animatronic. And I think SVI does a really good job on the clowns. Even if you don't like clown animatronics, I think you can agree that SVI does a good job with them. And even though they get overused, they do a good job with them. SVI is great at doing those latex sculpts. They're really good, apparently, about doing these LCD eyes for Spirit. Obviously, they've done LCD animatronics for other companies, such as Home Depot, all those other companies, Lowe's. They do LCD, and maybe we'll see more LCD going to other companies in the future. So, obviously, SVI is good at doing that. YJ is another one of my favorites that I wanted to talk about quick, because YJ did Angeline this year. Yeah, I don't know. Angeline was not one of my favorites from Spirit Halloween 2020. I think it was sort of weird, not really scary. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Angeline, but it was one of the animatronics that they ended up creating for the 2020 season. I don't know. She's not scary, but it is... I think I'll give it this. It looks good, obviously. The eyes look good on it and everything. So I like what the look of it. The tombstone on Angeline looks really good, but she isn't very scary. And I don't know, not my cup of tea. Not an animatronic I would purchase per se. Tekky Design, I think, did a really cool job again this year. Obviously, Tekky is such an old company that's created so much for Spirit, and I think they did a good job. Obviously, I think they hit it out of the park, a complete home run with Harvester of Souls, which you can see. Where is he? Right there. I think they did an amazing job on Harvester. Everything about it. He's so unique. We haven't seen anything like it before. The size of him is really cool. The face sculpt on him is really cool. The girl looks great. Everything on a Harvester looks really good. They also ended up doing Ellie Hatchet in stores for Spirit this year. Ellie Hatchet was alright, not one of my super favorites of the season, because again, kind of ties into Angeline. The scariness of it isn't very great, but she's better than Angeline in my opinion, so obviously, she's still interesting just because we haven't seen anything like it. Party Time, again, is growing on my favorite list of manufacturers, because I think Party Time surprises us every year with what they came out with. They came out with Crouchy in 2019, which obviously was a home run. I still don't have Crouchy, by the way. Really, really want Crouchy. But obviously, Crouchy was such a home run in 2019 from Party Time. Easily my favorite Party Time animatronic probably ever that they've ever made. But then this year, I think they also did a great job. Party Time ended up making Mommy's Favorite, which Mommy's Favorite isn't, again, this ties into Angeline and Mommy's Favorite. Angeline isn't not Angeline, Mommy's Favorite. Mommy's Favorite isn't totally my cup of tea, because it goes into that not really scary, and I don't really know what they're going for. Maybe in the right lighting, it could be slightly creepy. The voice is alright, the phrases are decent on her, but not necessarily my animatronic, one that I would search out to buy, which is why I didn't. But I think Party Time did an amazing, amazing job of putting together the Butcher. I love the Butcher, and it was the one animatronic that I didn't get a chance to purchase during the 2020 season that I wanted to buy. Hopefully I can get the Butcher at some point in the future, but I think the Butcher looks absolutely fantastic, and Party Time did such a cool job on the Butcher. The pig head looks really, really good. The sculpt of it looks great. The body looks really good. Has a great posture. The cleaver is really, really cool. The apron is really great. Obviously, there was controversy over the voice of him, and if the voice was cool, like if he was an actual mutation pig, or if he was a serial killer under a pig's mask. There was some controversy over him making pig squeals. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it added to the effect of him being a serial killer, making pig squeals. So I absolutely love the Butcher. Party Time did an amazing job. But again, going into my predictions for who will dominate Spirit's 2021 lineup and who will make the most animatronics for the 2021 season. Again, Crazy Crate led by far in the 2020 season. So is it possible to see that Crazy Crate again gets to do most of animatronics for the 2021 season? I think it's possible. I think Spirit gives them so many animatronics because they like what they come out with. And I think it's very possible that for 2021, we see the most animatronics being produced by Crazy Create, and that's my official prediction. Behind them, I think, if you're talking about my official predictions, I don't think it's going to be so close where it's going to be everyone is tied in animatronics. I think Crazy Create will once again lead for the most animatronics manufactured in 2021. I think SVI will make the second most animatronics for Spirit 2021, and I think third will either be Tekky Design or YJ, after YJ created it and did such an amazing job on Lord Carnivore, where is he? Right there's Lord Carnivore. I think YJ will be somewhere in the third place there of manufacturing animatronics, but you heard it here first. Those are my official manufacturer company predictions for 2021 that Spirit will end up getting the animatronics made by Crazy Crate, SVI, and YJ. If you're watching this after the 2021 season has opened up or after it's ended, obviously you know every animatronic that ended up coming out for 2021, and you'll know if my predictions were correct or if they weren't. But again, you're hearing it here first. Those are my official manufacturer predictions for the Spirit Halloween 2021 season. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap up my video, taking a look at and predicting the companies that could make the most animatronics for Spirit Halloween in 2021. So let's cut to the outro. So that's going to wrap up my video discussing which companies I believe will manufacture the most animatronics for Spirit Halloween in 2021, and which companies they will end up going with to manufacture their brand new monsters that they have for this upcoming spooky season. I'm super, super excited for Spirit Halloween 2021, if you can't tell. I want to do so many of these prediction videos, whether it's theme predictions, animatronic predictions, or manufacturer predictions. I just am so, so, so excited for Spirit to open up for this upcoming season. I can't wait to get in there. I can't wait for the themes to get leaked so we can get up close and personal. And again, when stores open, so we can get up close and personal with all the new goodies and the new ISCs/themes that Spirit has for us for the 2021 season. And I guarantee you, Spirit will not disappoint us for 2021. They always do an amazing job, and I can't wait to see what they have for us in the 2021 Halloween season. Ladies and gentlemen, remember as always, for everything scary, I'm GMHaunts. I'll see you guys later for more spooky videos. Goodbye.